A lot of playoff teams lost week 18, and this quick video is going to talk about how losing week 18 doesn't actually mean that it's going to have any impact on your seeding. For example, the New York Giants were locked in at the number 6 seed for week 18, and even though they lost to the Philadelphia Eagles, they were still locked in. They were 9-6-1 before the game, while the Cowboys were 12-4. So, as a result, the Giants' loss had no impact on their seeding because, they couldn't go up. Obviously, they also couldn't go down because all the other teams were at 8-8 records, so best they could get is 9-8. Worst starts is 9-7-1, but the best they could get is 10-7-1. Cowboys worst they could get is 12-5, which is what happened. The Cowboys' loss in the end didn't matter only because the Eagles won. Had the Eagles lost, though, the Cowboys' loss would have kept them at the 5 seed and not have allowed them to have gotten to the 2 seed or the 1 seed. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers also lost week 18, but they were locked in at the 4 seed with all of their divisional opponents not being able to get the division. They clinched division, and they had an 8-8 record, but the worst anyone else could get was 12-5, who was a division winner. So even with a 9-8 record, they're still going to fall well short of that. Los Angeles Chargers, while they weren't locked in at a 5 seed, the best you could get is 11-6, which is still below what the worst the Chiefs could have gotten was 13-4. So the Chargers couldn't have gotten a 5 seed. They could have been landed in the 6 seed, but the Ravens also lost. So the Los Angeles Chargers actually did get lucky on that front. So obviously the loss didn't really matter, so much for them. I'm going to say something, though. Week 18 losses are very bad. So while in some cases these teams were lucky to have escaped with no impact, you don't want to be losing week 18 games because they really screwed some teams over. That's what kicked the Patriots out of the playoffs. That's what kicked the Titans out of the playoffs, the Packers out of the playoffs. All these teams had control of their own destiny, and they all blew it because of the fact that they lost the game. And several other seeds, I think were plagued by, I don't know if really any of those seeds were plagued by it that much, but like the Ravens, they could have been in the 5 seed, or even better, stuck in a 6 seed, but been able to have flipped the coin for home field advantage versus the Bengals if they had won. I think that's the biggest example I could think of where a loss actually screwed a team over. But,